Hello everyone. I thought I'd come on and show you a little bit what I've been doing. I've been having another play with resin and just basically trying to learn different techniques and different what you add with what to make whatever you want, if you know what I mean. And well, the first thing I'm going to show you are these bookmarks. I'd already made 3 bookmarks in the past, so that these were those, which I really like. And then so I've made some more. So these ones, I'm trying to think what I used with these. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to use. You can see that there is some holographic paper in there. Now I was gifted that by MJ, and it was in a little packet, and it was a kind of a yellowy color. And I think what I did, yes, I'm pretty sure I did. So this, I put it into some clear resin, and then I poured it into the mold. And then I got some alcohol ink and I just went plink, 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 just sort of little dabs of it. So you can see that it's kind of done its own thing within the resin. So that's what they look like on the back. And I'm really pleased with how they came out. And then when I've been adding the tassels, I've just been putting a couple of beads on the tassel as well, just to give it a bit of decoration. So those were the pink ones, and with the same mixture I made these 2 little flowers, which I will be turning into earrings at some point. That's for another video. So then I thought, okay, I'm going to try again. So I must have made these, actually I think this was pink. This was pink holographic foil. It's not foil, it was like cellophane. And I made these a while ago. Okay, yesterday I made these, and so in here, this one has the remains of several bits of resin from the time I made these. And I'll show you what I made to give with this sort of lovely greeny color here, and then there's some white here. So I had put that into the mold, and the mold was still empty. So yesterday when I was making these, I added some clear resin with the yellow kind of cellophane in to finish it off. So it I think, it's nice. So it doesn't matter that you've put some resin in the mold and it's hardened. You can add more, and it all forms one thing, which is amazing. And I had this Highland cow sticker, which I thought was just so beautiful, and this tassel, which goes so well with the Highland cow. And then I just put a green bead as well. Then this one is just clear. You can see how beautiful that is. The with the foil inside, so pretty. I didn't want to cover this, so I found this very tiny sticker, which I've added, and then I've added a blue tassel with a blue bead, just because I can see blues in here. And finally I did an orange one. Now this, I thought this is also, I just added orange to the clear resin with the yellow holographic paper in, and you can see how beautiful it is on the back, but on the front it didn't show at all. So I thought, okay, I'm going to decorate the front. So I had this sticker with orange in it, which I thought went quite well, and I've used a gold tassel with an orange bead. So those are the bookmarks, and I'm really quite chuffed with those. I don't think I'll be making any more for the time being, because I have to see if I can sell these first. No, I don't want to end up with piles of bookmarks that I can't get rid of. So we'll see. But I really enjoyed making them, and they've been a great way to experiment a little bit. Okay, so then the next thing I made is I have this a mold which makes this little bud vase. Now this was my first attempt. I didn't have enough resin to finish it. So this is actually it's called resincrete. It's more like a pottery thing, but it didn't quite, I didn't quite have enough. So I just added some blue clear resin to the bottom, and this is how it came out. Okay, but you can see it's really pretty. It's got waves and seashells on it. I had colored this a pale blue, so and I was really pleased how it came out. Very few bubbles really. So I thought I'll try again. But this time I thought, okay, I know that at that time I didn't realize, you know, what the pattern was all the way down, and etc., etc. So I thought, okay, but now I know what it's like. I want blue at the bottom and another color at the top, but of course I messed up anyway. But I used a chameleon green paste in the resin, and I added some sequins to it, not realizing that, you know, it becomes opaque and you can't really see the sequins. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It is what it is. And then I finished it off with some blue clear resin with a few more sequins in the bottom. So it's a bit more like I would, but I think the next time I'm going to make it either all white, because I think you can really see the details in the white. So I might just use a white resin just to see it, you know, because you can really see, but they're really sweet. So these are my sample pots. they are, you know, I mean, I wouldn't sell them, but we can use them around the house with some flowers in, I think. Then I have this angel. I have an angel mold, so I thought I'd have a go with that. So this is white resin. Sorry, it's clear resin with some white pigment paste inside. Okay, and it gives a really nice texture. But what I did was I put mica on the inside of the mold for the wings, the heart, and the hair. But as you can see, it's the mica has obviously, you know, moved, so I need to be more careful with that. But I'm really pleased how it's come out, even though it's a bit messy. So if any of you have any ideas of how I can tidy this up a bit, I'd be very grateful. But I'm really pleased that it's flat on the back, because the first one I made, I've got it here hanging above me, I made with that same resincrete, and but not coloured blue, and I coloured it afterwards. But the back is a bit, you can see a few air bubbles, and it's a bit lumpy, but I think, you know, I think it came out nicely as well. I mean, they're quite cute, and I've got some purple here. I don't know how I managed that, so, you know, a bit more care needed, I guess. Oh, my first attempt, I got in such a mess. I was just covered in resin and covered in that white paint, and oh dear me. I'm getting better at that and not getting so sticky. Okay, now the final thing I want to show you is a bit Christmassy, is this. So this is I'm really pleased with how this came out. So for this, I used the white paint in the wet resin, and what I did, and then this is the green. It's a chameleon paste actually. So I put that there. So what I did was I poured this first to here, to about here, because I knew it would spread a bit, which it has. And then I put in the white going in the other direction. And I'm really quite pleased with how it's turned out. It's I don't mind the fact that they've bled together there. And this one does actually stand up on its own, which is nice. So, you know, you can make it into a table decoration, you know, for the fireplace or something, or hang it from the tree. It's, you know, it's quite big. I wasn't expecting it to be quite this size, but as I said, I'm really pleased with how it came out. And now I want to ask you all your opinions, okay? So what would you use to make the angels? And what would you use to make this? Would you make it all one color? How would you go about, you know, making it and decorating it? Because that will be really helpful for me. And also for the little bud vase, what would you do? You can see how intricate the pattern is on the outside. And it is really beautiful. But I don't think I'm an artist enough to sit and colour all of that in. So I think it does need to be one colour. But what would you do? So I'd be interested in your comments, in the comments box, if you wouldn't mind. And thank you all for watching. Take care. Have a lovely day. And finally, I would just like to thank Dawn of Shiny Silver Treasures for introducing me to this hobby. I mentioned to her one day that, you know, watching her videos on her Shiny Silver Creates channel, where she's making things with resin, I got so excited and I thought I really want to have a try. And I told her that, and she very kindly sent me a starter pack. So I've used all the starter pack now. I've used all the resin that she gave me. So I'm on to other stuff now. But yeah, really, really grateful to her for that. Anyway, that's it for me. Thank you for watching. Take care. Have a lovely day. And I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.